Can a tiny apartment actually feel calm, functional, and beautiful at the same time? In this Paris home, every inch was designed with intention, from hidden storage solutions to cozy emotional details that make a small space feel surprisingly luxurious. Welcome to Manna Home Design, where we explore brilliant small apartment design, cozy interior storytelling, and smart ideas for creating a home that truly reflects who you are. If you love Pinterest-inspired spaces, functional living, warm minimalist interiors, and realistic apartment inspiration, you're in the right place. Before we begin, subscribe and join our cozy design community for weekly apartment tours, small space ideas, and beautiful interiors designed for real everyday living. Now let's step inside this brilliant 270 square foot Paris apartment and see how thoughtful design can completely transform tiny space living. Welcome to this 270 square foot Paris apartment designed around one simple idea: small spaces should feel calming, functional, and deeply personal. As an interior designer, I've learned that tiny apartment living isn't about having less, it's about designing smarter. Every corner here was created to bring in more natural light, improve flow, and make daily life feel beautiful instead of cramped. One of the biggest challenges in small apartment design is making a compact home feel open without losing warmth. That's why I removed unnecessary walls and created a layout that connects the kitchen, dining, and living areas together. The result feels brighter, more spacious, and much more livable for everyday routines like cooking, working from home, or hosting friends. I think the best tiny apartments are the ones that reflect the person living inside them. This home isn't designed to look perfect, it's designed to feel real, cozy, and comforting. From the oak textures to the black accents and collected vintage objects, every detail tells part of a story. And honestly, that's what makes a small space truly beautiful. Black kitchen plus round table. In a small apartment, the kitchen becomes more than just a place to cook, it becomes part of your lifestyle. I designed this black kitchen to feel bold, functional, and inviting at the same time. The round dining table helps soften the space visually while also making it easier to gather with friends, even in a tiny Paris apartment. lot of people think dark kitchens make small spaces feel smaller, but that really depends on how you use light and texture. Pairing matte black finishes with warm oak wood and natural daylight creates contrast without making the room feel heavy. The open layout also keeps the apartment connected, which makes everyday living feel much more comfortable. One thing I've realized about functional interior design is that the best spaces support your habits. I cook more often, drink tea every day, and love hosting intimate dinners, so this kitchen was designed around those routines. Tiny apartment living works best when your home is built around who you really are, not just trends. Living room with art wall. When you live in a small apartment, storage and personality need to work together. I wanted this living room to feel calm but still visually expressive, so I balanced a clean white wall for movie nights with a colorful art wall filled with books, illustrations, and collected objects that make the space feel alive. One of the easiest ways to make a tiny living room feel more intentional is by creating layers. Open shelving, framed artwork, textured fabrics, and hidden storage under the couch all help maximize function without making the apartment feel cluttered. In small space interior design, every object needs a purpose, either practical or emotional. I think that's why cozy homes feel so relatable. They're not perfectly styled like a showroom. They reflect real life. The books, the changing artwork, the little imperfections, those are the details that create comfort. And honestly, in a small apartment, comfort matters more than perfection. Grandparent sideboard detail. This vintage sideboard belonged to my grandparents, and it's probably the most meaningful piece in the entire apartment. In small space living, I think emotional connection is just as important as functionality. Your home should remind you of memories, people, and experiences that make you feel grounded. love collecting vintage dishes and secondhand ceramics because they bring warmth and personality into the space. A lot of modern apartments can feel cold or overly minimal, so adding layered textures and meaningful objects helps create a home that feels lived in instead of staged. One thing I've learned as an interior designer is that beautiful interiors aren't created overnight. They evolve slowly through travel, family history, and everyday rituals. Even in a tiny apartment, surrounding yourself with objects that tell a story can completely change how your space feels emotionally. Bedroom with glass partition. Designing a bedroom in a tiny apartment is always a challenge because you want privacy without blocking natural light. That's why I chose this oak-framed glass partition. It separates the sleeping area while still allowing sunlight to flow through the apartment and keep the entire space feeling open. One of the biggest mistakes people make in small bedroom design is adding bulky furniture that visually closes the room. Using mirrored closet doors, soft neutral colors, and hidden storage under the bed helps reflect light and maximize every square foot without sacrificing comfort. I really wanted this room to feel like a quiet hotel suite, soft, calm, and cocoon-like after a busy day in the city. Because honestly, when you live in a small apartment, your bedroom isn't just where you sleep. It becomes your place to recharge, slow down, and feel completely safe. Functional storage. One thing tiny apartment living teaches you very quickly is that clutter affects your mood. In a small space, even a little mess can make the entire apartment feel stressful. That's why smart storage solutions became one of the most important parts of this home. I designed these custom closets to blend directly into the walls so the apartment feels cleaner and visually lighter. Hidden storage for shoes, Cleaning supplies, DIY materials, and daily essentials helps keep everything organized without sacrificing the aesthetic of the space. I think organization is really a form of self-care. When your home feels calm and functional, your mind feels calmer too. And honestly, that's one of the biggest benefits of intentional small space design, creating a home that supports your daily life emotionally as much as practically. Cozy evening atmosphere. My favorite time in the apartment is probably the evening, when the lighting becomes softer and everything feels quieter. Tiny apartments can feel incredibly cozy at night when you use warm lamps, layered textures, and intimate lighting instead of relying only on overhead lights. I designed this space around slow living rituals that help me relax after work, making tea, cooking dinner, listening to music, or sharing wine with friends. I think the most beautiful interiors are the ones that encourage you to slow down and actually enjoy being home. A lot of people believe happiness comes from having a bigger home, but honestly, I think comfort comes from feeling emotionally connected to your space. Even a tiny apartment can feel luxurious when it's filled with warmth, intention, and everyday moments that make you feel good. Final emotional. When people first walk into this apartment, they're usually surprised that it's only 270 square feet. But I think good interior design isn't about size, it's about how a space makes you feel. Light, flow, texture, and personality can completely transform a tiny apartment. For me, home has never been about perfection. It's about creating a place where you can fully be yourself. A space that feels peaceful after a long day, supports your routines, and reflects your identity through every object, material, and design choice. I think that's the real secret behind cozy small space living. Your apartment doesn't need to look like someone else's Pinterest board. It just needs to feel honest to you. Because the best homes aren't the biggest ones, they're the ones that make you feel safe, inspired, and completely at ease. Small space, big feeling. Subscribe for more cozy apartment inspiration and brilliant interior design ideas.